Now, speaking of traveling, our first guest today is a world traveler with a love for food, and today his travels and passion for all things culinary have landed him back in Pittsburgh. You may recognize Adam Richman from his hit Travel Channel show, Man vs. Food. Now he has a new show called Secret Eats with Adam Richman on the Cooking Channel. Adam is in town to show that good quality fresh food can be found on the go in your travels, and he'll be busy today judging a sub contest, handing out subs on one of our Pittsburgh inclines, and at the grand opening of the GetGo Cafe and Market at the Edgewood Town Center. But first, he's here with us. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you so much for having me back.
I was so looking forward to meeting you and to hearing more about your travels. Tell us about your new show.
So Secret Eats is about hidden restaurants and off-menu dishes all over the world. So these are restaurants where you might need a password to get the dish. We found a restaurant in Hong Kong that you have to enter through a hardware store, through the foundations of the building. Behind an alleyway is a restaurant that was built in the 60s before the block all changed. And there's absolutely no way on earth you could possibly know that it's there unless you know it's there. And I think with Man vs. Food, you know, so many people I would hear from business travelers to athletes and say, hey, when I'm in those cities, I want to try it. So I kept thinking, well, what's the next step of like, what can I give people in terms of keys to the culinary kingdom? And the opportunity to feel like, you know, the dude, you know, or the dudette as the case may be, and be able to say, I know where to get the best X, Y, and Z, you know?
Yeah. Well, speaking of Man vs. Food, that is not what we're doing here.
I know, it looks like it.
Although I feel like I have to challenge you to like a sub-eating contest
Seriously.
here at the table.
Does like this station give out like a free t-shirt and a picture on the wall? Because then I'm in.
We do have that, actually.
That's all I needed.
So what do you have? I mean, you're here as part of a appearance at GetGo.
Correct,
the new
correct.
GetGo.
So I have to explain. So I've been working with Giant Eagle, Fresh Market, and GetGo for some time. I myself, when I lived in Cleveland, was a card-carrying Giant Eagle member, and then got to go to their market district stores and see how they really were like sponges and took the best of markets throughout the world. And what they've done really with GetGo, and this really speaks to me as a kid from a single parent family, that they've made really good quality super affordable. And as someone who used to be a much larger mammal, that like the opportunity that you can order, you know, mobile and grab it to go. But the big thing for me is healthy options in that kind of environment usually never occur. So look, I love this sandwich. This one in particular is called the Buffaloed. It's got ranch bread and buffalo tenders. And there's one called the General that has egg rolls and General Tso on it. There's like a chips and dip one with like a potato chip crusted chicken tender on it. So there's fun food, but I also love the fact that you can get like a flatbread that's 400 calories. You can get like a protein smoothie. And for me, as someone like you say, I travel a lot. It's super easy to go, ooh, tots.
Give me that.
It's like, ooh, you know what? I don't want to look like a dripping candle when I speak to the lovely newscaster on television. So I'm going to opt for the 400-calorie flatbread.
Well, I have to say, in the field, being in the live truck, we have to stop often at places like GetGo because you're on the run. We're trying to get to where we need to go, and so I have frequented many GetGos in my day.
You know, the thing is, I have to say, I met Chef Tan now a few times. It's very seldom you find an environment like that with that kind of culinary acumen, like where people care that much to bake fresh bread at a place like GetGo. Like I've seen the ovens personally. So it's not like I want to just say something nice about these people. They genuinely are putting out an exemplary product. It
really is very good. I want to talk a little bit about your background.
Hit it.
Okay, because I think this is so fascinating. So at a young age, you just started trying unique things, and that's kind of where you found your passion. Can you tell me how to get my kid to eat broccoli?
Yeah, 100%. How do you do it? Do you just like steam it or boil it or what?
Yeah.
See, that was the thing I told my mom. Like, look how many like Brussels sprout is like the new hipster vegetable.
Right, it is.
But back in the day, it was like, these are little small farty cabbages. And the only way that like I could like get down with it, my mom would say, you know, oh, they're like heads of lettuce for your G.I. Joe figures. But, you know, then all of a sudden we learned, oh, we can split them and roast them with olive oil and sea salt and hit them with a little bit of lemon or Worcestershire sauce and bring the flavor up. So broccoli, I would say, whether it's sauteing with olive and garlic, roasting it, or just blitzing it into like a smoothie that's like berry forward. I won an award from my friend because I got his son to eat vegetables by mashing them into a paste and then putting them in muffins.
And he had no idea.
Yeah, his son's name is Tennessee, and he calls them fuffins. He goes, oh, fuffins! And the fuffins were loaded with peas and carrots and lima beans and stuff, all the stuff the kids ate.
Yeah, my oldest doesn't eat anything. My youngest eats everything, and we call her Meatball now. So I totally get it. All right, but you turned that love of food into a profession. But
Correct.
Your background is so amazing to me because you studied fine art at Yale. How does that transcend into this?
Yeah, I mean, I started acting when I was 9. Feel free to YouTube Adam Richman Child's Play to see. I think my mother had a lovely bowl. She cut my hair right underneath it, and a little lisping Adam Richman defining words. But I always had a passion for performing and was working in kitchens since about age 11 or 12, bussing tables and being a runner and wiping down menus. So I always had a love of food and food service and the story that food told. But I think that it was mostly to support that acting habit. And then I went to Yale Drama. I got my master's in '03. And what was really cool was the travel for regional theater allowed me to learn different foods around the country.
Right.
And so I had a classmate that went to Carnegie Mellon. She was the first person to tell me about Mount Washington, to tell me about Primanti's, and to tell me about the Mon and Danton and gum bands
So
and Redding Up.
you were very familiar. I like
Oh yes,
this.
I am not Nebby.
You're not Nebby.
Not at all.
I am. I'm very Nebby, actually. That's
Really?
how I landed in this role. So,
Nebby and that?
so what are you doing today? Because I know you have several stops. This is going to be a very busy day for you.
Yeah, so this is awesome. I genuinely love it because I got a chance to go to a couple of the GetGo openings in Ohio. Well, obviously, if I'm there, there's going to be a huge sandwich involved. So anybody can cut a ribbon, but I have to cut a 14-foot sub.
Which is amazing.
Which is kind of awesome. And then the other thing is there's actually 2 police stations that are going to compete in a sub-making contest. So I think that that's really cool because it's culinary creativity and not just let's pack it all away. You know what I mean?
And can we talk about the incline? Are we allowed to say anything?
I don't know, but I may or may not be there handing out sandwiches or not.
Or not, maybe. Or not, maybe. You will be, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of cliche, and I feel bad asking you this, but I have to because I watched Man vs. Food, and I've watched your other shows. So what is the best and the worst things that you've ever had?
On that show or in general?
Just in general. Let's just talk in general.
Oh my gosh, I still maintain my mom's spinach pie is pretty phenomenal. My mom makes, it's not like spanakopita, I mean, because we're about, as Greek as bubblegum shrimp is Creole, but it's, it's her own thing. And maybe the worst thing, I had some moose nose when I was in Alaska, and I had that in Iceland for Secret Eats. We had that thing that's pronounced hokatl, but it's fermented rotting shark. It's definitely, way, way low down. I think tater tots, like the scale goes tater tots to rotting shark, I think. Oh. Yeah, not fun.
I'm impressed that you actually were able to say the name of it, to be honest.
It took a minute. There's a lot of interchanges in certain names. I remember learning the names of certain streets in Iceland, and it really hurting and breaking my brain.
Trying to say it.
Yeah, Laugavíkur, and what was the other? But that was the cool part for me, was actually learning about honkekjöt, which was this pizza topping, which is dung smoked lamb. And you're going, okay, not what I would have gone with cherry chips or, applewood, but.
Or something like that, yeah.
Each to their own.
Right. So I want to know, in all of your travels, you're so busy, even making this stop today, you have 4 different appearances.
Yep.
So do you get time to relax? Do you get time to enjoy the city as well while you're here?
I did yesterday. I was lucky enough to get in, and I went for a super duper long walk. I resisted the urge to go to Primanti's because I knew I had to be on camera today, and I knew that if I had a giant old French fry laden sandwich, it wouldn't fare too well. But I love it. I'm a big architecture geek, and the bridges in this city, just when you come through the tunnel and you look to the right, it has always taken my breath away. So I walked across a few of the bridges, and my one regret is I didn't make it to the Warhol Museum this time, but I will next time.
But you have been.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Absolutely think that's a splendid museum, and I think it's free first Fridays of the month or first Saturdays of the month.
And they have big parties. They have so much going on.
But I think it's a really special city. And again, my sports hero, Dan Marino, having been a Pitt Panther, this city holds a lot of love for me.
Funny story. We were on our way to Florida, stopped at a Starbucks in the middle of nowhere, and saw Dan Marino in Starbucks. How about that?
It took me over 40 years.
Yeah.
I have his starting lineup figure on my desk and have since 6th grade.
Middle of nowhere, Florida, at a Starbucks.
Killing me, damn.
All right, well, you can check out Adam Richman's new show, Secret Eats, on the Cooking Channel, and come out to meet him in person. You may find him surprising incline riders with sandwiches and selfies in Mount Washington from 9:30 until 11 today, maybe. And then at noon, he'll cut the ceremonial sub sandwich for the grand opening of the new GetGo Cafe and Market at Edgewood Town Center. And this is nice. A portion of sales at the new GetGo Cafe and Market today through Sunday benefits the Western Pennsylvania School for the Deaf. Adam will also be judging, as he mentioned, a sub-competition between the Edgewood and Swissvale police departments. Like we said, a very busy day for him. We want to say thank you, and we really appreciate you stopping by today here on PTL.